Oh my gosh. Hey everybody, hey everybody. I'll leave that in. I am back, same night as you can see. I'm still recording. E4. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to the E4 and D4. But I'm playing as black. Are you serious? And I'm playing the England Gambit. Life is so cruel. I wanted to play like E4 as white. My disappointment is immeasurable. I'm actually so upset. Dang. Okay. Well, you know, I just gave this check for no reason. We'll see if it makes sense. On the plus side, I'm left with a good bishop. Or a bishop that's not hampered in by all these pawns. On the downside, what the heck do I do about all this space that my opponent has? It's horrible. This seems like the natural way to play, although I could try to route my knight out this way. It's an option, but I don't love it. I'm not a big fan. Yeah, I think I'd rather do something like this. So let's go for it. It feels more my style, whatever that is. I mean, really, what is anyone's style except for making a ton of mistakes? At least at below a certain level. Do I do that? I don't think so. It's an idea, but I don't think so. Let's go here. We got a couple threats. They can move their queen there, but you know, queen here is still very, very unpleasant for my opponent. I guess, you know, even if they just did something like this, and I go here, whoops. But, I mean, it's not a whoops, it's not a mistake. But it is a move that it doesn't just like win or anything, clearly. I still don't dislike it though. I go here, bishop goes back here, or queen. I don't think I'm a fan of the queen trade. But then I slide my queen back. Yeah, if I go here and they try to go for the queen trade, I think I see a trap. If they go for the queen trade. Ooh, okay. Time to prove my word. My idea was to go back here. I hit the rook. The rook moves out of the way. And then I go here and I realize it takes 2 turns and not 1. So so much for my trap. But, you know, it was a cool idea. Alright, now what? I kind of like moving my knight here. And threatening to route it to f4. But let's see. Right, they moved the rook there. That's very reasonable. This knight will have a tough time developing, which is very nice, at least for me. I could still move my knight here and then here. I don't dislike that. If they capture, okay. Very reasonable move. I'll move my knight here. Bishop goes back. I can then move my queen here, actually. I don't think it's that great, but it's an idea. Hold up. Hold up. No, I was getting ahead of myself. Still, let's do it. We're tickling the bishop, and there could be some difficulties. For example, if they move the rook here, I can move my queen here. They can move the pawn up, but it's a bit unpleasant. I can then route my knight back to b4, and then this bishop is very miserable. And I like that. Not to mention the fact that the rook goes here and I go here, and they move a... Okay, was not expecting that move. I guess unpinning the knight. Reasonable. I can move this pawn up and then my knight here. What for? That'd be a very good question. That doesn't feel like the right move, though. If I just move my knight here, if I need to go here, though, I mean, it doesn't really accomplish anything. But if I move my... Yeah, what am I thinking? They just block with the knight. You know? It's been a busy day. What can I say? So let me try this. And yeah, just... Okay, they move there. I'll slide my knight back. Okay. Not sure what that does or is, but it's a move. I do need to actually start making moves. That would be advisable, I've been told. It's usually a good thing. And why would I try to open up the king side, right? That doesn't sound like a smart plan. Wouldn't it make infinite more sense to open up the queen side in some manner? Now that seems like an idea I can get behind. They could capture that way. Oops. You know, perhaps I'm playing too aggressively. I was just talking about what my style is. I don't think this is really it. Although maybe that, I mean, I'm playing random moves for the first turn. Maybe I should be more experimentative. So let's see how this goes. Plus, come on. It's attacking chess. Everyone loves it. Kasparov-esque, maybe. Maybe. I'm no Kasparov, of course, but... Okay. Let's start ripping up the queen side. And I like this move. Defended by my knight, of course. And now my bishop went from being a not a great piece to now being a fantastic piece. One of the best to ever do it. And you heard it here first. I could capture this pawn if I want to be that guy. If I want to be that guy. I can also say screw the pawn and just try to get my rooks into the game. That seems a bit more sensible. And what if they go here? Well, then I have to figure something else out. This seems like an idea at some point. Uh-oh. Not the biggest fan of that. I could chop it off, but that seems like not the most sensible idea. I can quickly give a check. Let's just grab the pawn. If my knight gets hit, I probably just move it over here. I could move it here even, which might be a better move. It stops this pawn from advancing, and then also it eyes this outpost. What's not to like about that? Also, I was talking about time management earlier today, or earlier tonight. What is this? I'm down 3 minutes? Tut tut, I gotta get my act together. Okay, this is not pleasant. Sorry, not that. If I go here, I'm putting them under some pressure. I kind of like this move though. But then if they go here, don't know if I like that so much. Ooh, what if I go here though? Yeah. Let's go for it. Sorry, I'm not commentating. I'm being a bad commentator. Basically, the idea is doing nothing is a bit risky, right? Because if they did nothing, right, trades, oops, had to do something about that guy. Anyways, I can look at it later. Okay, they choose not to take, and I cannot take. Okay. Let's go. Let's give a quick check. Ooh, or yeah, let's give a quick check. Okay. It's super obvious, but I can move my queen back. It's so obvious, really. Yeah, let's go here. I'm low on time. I gotta make moves. I gotta make plays. Also, what am I doing? They could capture the king. Yeah, I gotta be a little bit more sensible. I like this move though. Seems like a reasonable plan. Let's go here. Again, I don't know if it's the best move, but it seems reasonable. Apply pressure to the opponent. Again, if they push this pawn, I just route my knight towards the action. Okay. Okay. And I can afford to do this because the knight is trapped. Okay, now I gotta actually move. Oh, sorry. Let's go. And then, oh, where do I go? I go here. I threaten this knight. No, I don't. Oh my gosh. Okay, the knight moves there. That's very reasonable. I'll move my queen here. If they capture that, my rook is undefended, so I cannot take this knight. That would not be great for me. I also can't bring my rook up into the action like that, for obvious reasons. I get back ranked mated. That would not be advised. So instead, I would probably move my rook here. Their knight would probably move. And then the game continues. I don't know. I've given back my pawn. Alright, they see it, of course. Now what? Their knight's in trouble. Their knight is in trouble, and if they move their knight someplace, I can take the rook. And if they, like, move their queen there or something, I just capture the knight. Actually, this position's looking better. I'm not displeased with the position. They move there. Let's capture the rook. And we're threatening to infiltrate. We're threatening to break in. Let's go here. I could have gone here as well. Shoot, okay. Great look for the king. I can go here, I can go here, I can go here. Uh-oh. Not a big fan of that. I dropped that pawn. That was not to be advised. As much as I'm blundering, I have 13 seconds. I need to hurry. Go, you fool. I go here. They can capture. But I think that's fine. I capture the knight. If they capture here, it's okay. The queen captures, of course the knight covers it. They probably go here or something. Actually, that is a pretty good move. Okay, I take. I need to hurry. I repeat, I need to hurry. I go here. I need to hurry. Hurry up. Go, go, go. What is this? I'm gonna lose on time like a freaking moron, dude. Disappointed. Okay. I think that does it for tonight for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back when I'm a bit more I'm a bit more in the game, so to speak.